Hi, I'm Ken Kaplan from Kaplan Cycles in Rockville, Connecticut. We are the shop that builds the antique motorcycles for the New England Motorcycle Museum, and we also have a race team we build one-off custom motocross bikes for. This bike here is definitely a museum piece. It's for your two-stroke lovers out there, it's a Kawasaki KX500 two-stroke. Probably the most powerful two-stroke production bike ever made. This is an original, very low hours model. Less than 20 hours total use on it. Some of the things that show you that's extremely low hours. It has the original rims on it, which are straight, no dings or anything like that on the rims, the front and rear. The frame rail, there's no dents or dings in the bottom of the frame rail, as you would expect on a bike that was raced. This was probably just field ridden or trail ridden. There's a couple of small dings on the, has the original exhaust too, a couple of small dings you can see on the exhaust. Nothing major that would affect the performance at all. Original exhaust is serviceable, so we did not replace it. The entire bike was stripped completely down to the frame, and the frame was painted the Kawasaki green, so it's really sharp looking, kind of a resto mod, if you will. So anything that needed to be painted was painted. The frame, all the aluminum on the bike, if you look closely, the aluminum kickstarter, the aluminum body on the shock is now polished. The swing arm is polished. There's probably 40 hours of polishing into this bike alone. The brake stay is polished. The backing plate for the aluminum backing plate for the drum rear brake is polished. You can see the muffler has been polished. Just a gorgeous bike. It even has original seat cover on it, which is obviously, you can see the paint on it is excellent. And the top of it's in mint shape. There is a small blemish on the back of the seat right here, which is hardly noticeable. We're going to include a new seat cover with the bike, but I would suggest leaving this one on, but it will come with a new seat cover if you decide you want to change it. It has the Kawasaki green plastics on it and the OEM Kawasaki Works replica graphics. Really sharp bike. I rode this bike before we redid it, and everything works excellent on it. There's no leaking oil anywhere on the bike. The transmission shifts perfectly, and it's got a lot of power. On this side of the bike, you can see also the linkage on the shock was polished. The swing arm was polished. All the hardware on the bike, most of the hardware is new Kawasaki OEM style hardware, nuts and bolts. Just beautiful, absolutely gorgeous bike. It's got a clear see-through gas tank breather in blue, brand new Scott black grips with the Kawasaki thumb protectors. Even the levers are polished, aluminum polished. The tops of the forks were polished. The handlebars are black. It has a Kawasaki crossbar pad that's brand new. Lever on this side's polished, Scott grip. Number ones on it. The logo on the side here says Takati Score Baja 1000 World Champion. These bikes were notorious for great desert sleds or sand dune sleds. In fact, this bike a version of this bike did win the Baja 1000, slightly modified version. The shift lever on the side is polished also. The motor was repainted, the original colors. It runs excellent. It's got a new air filter in it, new chain and sprockets. Brand new Maxxis tires. We chose the Maxxis because they're the only one I could find that would make a 140/80/18 in a tread pattern that we liked. So this is a really beefy tire. These have never touched the dirt. You can still see it still has I think you can see the nubs on there. Still has the nipples or nubs on there. Just immaculate bike everywhere you look. There's not a speck of dirt anywhere on this bike. And anything it needed was done. The muffler was repacked. It's running new engine ice, radiator fluid, new tranny fluid, new plug, new air filter. Oh, even the carburetor body is polished aluminum also. So all the aluminum on the bike was polished. So really, really sharp looking bike. This would look right at home on the floor of the New England Motorcycle Museum. It's going up for sale, and you could, ride this bike, race this bike, or just if you're a collector and you want to keep it in your private collection, just a gorgeous bike. If you have any questions, give me a call, 860-916-9784. Anytime. It's my cell number. You can see the front tires brand new. Forks are polished. Frame rails are straight on the bike. Everything's super clean on this bike.